Ruben Amorim is struggling to average a point a game. He is struggling to average a point a game. These stats here are not good. They are not good. I know for sure, we all know that a lot of work needs to be done by Manchester United, but I don't think it's that much. I think he still has a squad good enough to at least put together 2 wins on the bounce. He still has a squad good enough to not average a point a game. He still has a squad that's good enough to not finish 15th in the league. I don't think he has the 15th worst squad in the Premier League. And to me, some of the things are down to coaching. There's some things that, yes, you can put on the players, but some things are down to coaching, right? And I do think for sure there is no team anymore that fears Manchester United. The Manchester United, the name of old, where teams were beaten in the changing room, where teams were beaten in the tunnel, those days are over. I think every team in the league feels like they can have a go at Manchester United. Do you remember last season, Southampton? They went to Old Trafford and gave Manchester United a game. Yes, Ahmad scored a hat-trick late on to make United look like they didn't have problems, but they had very, very difficult problems. And dealing with one of the worst sides in the Premier League ever, in the Premier League's era, then they're always going to struggle against teams. This is Fulham. With all due respect, Manchester United should be getting 3 points. With all due respect, Fulham are a decent side, yes, of course, but they should be getting 3 points. That Fulham team that was out there is not better than the team that Manchester United fielded. Yes, Manchester United had a great first half. Cunha was amazing. Spare a thought for Cunha. He's had 2 great games, and literally none of them result in a goal or assist for him. He's hit the post in this one. He had Raya making excellent saves last week. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you have to keep on performing more and more, because you can't stop performing. You have to keep on performing, and it just can't be the only one. Mbomo is not doing enough at the moment. Yes, these players are new, they need to settle. Sofascore as well needs to start games. Perhaps then they can have more of a threat going forward, more than Mason Mount. But you still have to win the game. And the worst thing for me is that United started the game well. Bruno skied the penalty. At this point, United, are you really letting the 100 million go? Are you letting the 100 million go for Bruno? Because he absolutely skied it. I 100% agree that the ref did put him off. I agree with that. If you are a penalty taker, you are focused, you do your run up, and the ref bumped him, so he had to reset it. Yes, the ref did put him off. But if he is a world-class player, like we claim he is, if he's one of the best players in the Premier League, then surely he can shrug that off and still score a penalty, or at least hit it better, not sky it. Yes, lots of people miss penalties. Salah, player of the season last season and contender for Ballon d'Or, he skies his penalties all the time. Okay, fine. But I just think, why did he change his run-up? Why did he not go with the formula that works for him? The hop, skip, and a jump, whatever. That works for him. I don't understand why he changed it. Why change your winning formula? That's your best way to take a penalty. Take it and score. At least get it on target. So for me, it's very poor from him. A poor game by his standards. And right now I'm asking Manchester United fans, 100 million, is it not appealing for Bruno? Then maybe you go get a replacement. You go get a Rodrigo if you can. Is he then supposed to fit in this team where Cunha, Mbomo, and Sofascore has been brought in for him to also increase his output and numbers? I don't know. That's completely up to you. With that being said, United dominated the first half. They definitely dominated the first half. In the second half, United were not good. They even scored a shady goal. The own goal from Fulham, it was a corner. Euro definitely pushed Kevin Bassey. For me, it's supposed to be a foul, because the ref at the end of the game gave a foul to Fulham for a little bit of a push by Dogu. But a clear 2 hands on a player, pushing him in the box, affects his jump, stops him from jumping. Then he directly headers the ball. It hits, yes, Muniz and goes in, but he's literally moved the opponent away from him and he can't challenge. This is an illegal action. It is a foul and it shouldn't have been a goal. It shouldn't have been a goal. Just like we can say that Arsenal should have been punished. Saliba's tackle on Cunha last week was a penalty. I think it's also fair to say that Fulham should have gotten the foul. That goal shouldn't have stood. But either way, United take the lead Why do you not go for the second? Why do you not go for the second to kill the game, kill Fulham's hopes, crush their dreams of getting anything from the game? Two, does an effective big blow on Fulham's mentality to think that they can eventually get anything out of the game. You have at least that gap. You have that gap, you have that breathing space, you have some room for error. And therefore, I cannot forgive Manchester United. They are a team that concedes a lot of goals for not trying to go get the second. I cannot forgive Manchester United for not trying to go get a second when they know they are a team that concedes goals. So for me, very disappointing by United overall. Please let me know what you think. I do think Emran is under immense pressure. Will he survive the season? I am officially making my prediction and saying I am not sure. He has to win against Burnley. But if you think about it, he plays Burnley at home. United should win that game. If they win that game, it wouldn't surprise me. But after that, there's Man City, there's Chelsea, and then again, there's Sunderland at home. He probably could win that game. He should win that game by all means. But then after that, there's more trickier fixtures. How will he cope? He's struggling to win against the better teams in the league. So obviously, he's not going to be judged by winning games against Burnley and Sunderland at home. But it's more of how he'll do against the other teams in the league. And right now, it's not looking good. I do think he's under immense pressure. He was always worried on the bench. He looked always nervous. There's a point where he wasn't even looking at the game. United have a corner. He's not even watching. It's like he's holding his breath. It's like he's crossing his fingers. Come on. I feel like he has to be doing better as a coach. I think everyone at United should be doing better, not just the players, him too. They should be doing better. So with that being said, you can't just blame it on the fact that Bruno missed the penalty, Cunha hit the bar, we played well. Yes, you can play well and still lose games. That happens in football. And the problem is you need to consistently play well. You need to put the ball in the back of the net. At the end of the day, it's results that matter. And right now, performances, even though there were not many great performances, a few great performances last season kept him in the job, I think, right? Against Liverpool, against Man City, against Arsenal. However, I think this season is about results. And if he doesn't get it right anytime soon, put in 2 wins in a row. It just start by winning 2 games in a row. We know there's a United fan who's never cutting his hair. He vowed to cut his hair only when United won 5 games in a row. He didn't. Even last season, all competitions too. So, I don't know. I do think my takeaway from this is Emran is under so much pressure. I did say United, you cannot fool me. I do know what you are right now. I know the position that you're in, and I do not hold much hopes for United. There's no Champions League. I do not believe United get anywhere near Champions League. I don't think United get anywhere near Champions League. So yeah, with that being said, please let me know what you think, Manchester United fans. But the rest of your results, Arsenal thrashed Leeds. With all due respect to Arsenal, great performance. It's Leeds though, right? So you can't really get carried away. But for them, it's 2 wins on the bounce. They can show you that they can play scrappy against United away at Old Trafford. Difficult game, but still come away with the 3 points. That's what's important. But then they can also have games where they perform well. Gyökeres gets his first 2 to silence all the noise about will he make it, will he be a success in the Premier League or not, right? But to me, he seemed kind of fragile that he's doing his, hair flicks, and he specifically said it's because of all the trolls. My brother, you have to be stronger than that mentally. Otherwise, you're going to be eaten alive. The scrutiny, the pressure that's on Arsenal as a team or on the Premier League, every single player, it's a privilege. But I don't think you should let it get to you like that. First game in already and he's already triggered. My brother, you need to be stronger than that. But at the same time, maybe we are in that era. Why would he not be allowed to respond? If he's going to bang every week, then, fair play to you. Bang and tell us to shut up. No problem. Didn't look good first game, and he's looked, he's settled. He's settled at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 5-0, 2 goals from Timber, 2 assists from Calafiori, set piece FC added again. But it's a big game for them against Liverpool next week. So that's going to be a big test, maybe a proper test. Maybe better than United, maybe better than Leeds as well. So let's see how Arsenal do. But a strong start by Arsenal. Remember, I have favored Arsenal to win the league this season. That was my prediction, and I'm still sticking with it. Arsenal to win the league. And to me, they look very good, right? Unfortunately, Odegaard went off injured, Saka went off injured, and Havertz too is kind of injured. So will they be ready for next week? If they're not, at least they've brought in Eze, there's Madueke. Maybe those transfers are now looking more important than ever before, but they will be significantly weakened going to Anfield without those two players. And remember, they haven't lost at Anfield in a while. They haven't lost against the Big Six team in 1,000 days or something like that, which, although it's not a trophy, I do think it's a very, very good achievement. Now, this season, they just have to take it a step further and collect the points in a season where it matters, where it results in a title, right? So, yeah, for me, Arsenal look good. I think they're the team that looks best this season. Man City, they lost to Spurs. Not a shock. We say this every single season. Man City lose to Spurs. It's not a shock. It's not good enough from Man City. They need to improve. Last week we were singing Man City's praises. Haaland, Reinders, Cherky, but they looked flat against Spurs. Yes, there were opportunities. They should have scored. Mamouche missed a few. Maybe they should have been a penalty. Maybe, but at the end of the day, I think Spurs were very comfortable and they deserved their victory. To be honest, they deserved their victory. But I guess, like I said, City, they still not the City of old. City are not back like that. This is not the City that's going to win the league. I predicted City not to win the league. Although City will challenge this season, I do think that, it's only game 2. Let's not say Man City's in crisis, at least not yet. But it's still City with the same problems of last season. Some goalkeeping issues, Trafford with a terrible mistake, right? Maybe call Donnarumma now, pay PSG whatever they want, pay Donnarumma whatever he wants, and then maybe City look better again. But still, I think defensively City are lacking. But yeah, with that being said, that is my video. Please subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow is a banger. It's Newcastle and Liverpool. It's the custody battle for Isak. The atmosphere is gonna be absolutely wild. You cannot miss Newcastle versus Liverpool on Monday Night Football. You just can't. It's just set up so beautifully, all the subplots, and it's gonna be a fabulous game. And last season they gave us a 3-3, absolute fireworks. So this season, it's just by the tension alone, just by the pre-match drama alone, it's gonna be enough to make me tune in. So yeah, with that being said, stay tuned. I will come back with a review after the game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Follow me on my other social media platforms. Yeah, please subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there. Do you care though? Who will be there?